Okay guys, last part of this section. We want to deal with dividing a rational exponent, and it's just like fractions. You don't want to divide a fraction ever. What do? Multiply by the reciprocal. So the first thing I would do is to take this second rational expression and flip it. Turn it into a multiplication problem. So we have 7x over 2x minus 10. Now we're going to change it to multiply by your bottom. Remember, we're flipping it. It's the reciprocal. X squared minus 11x plus 30. Now we can resume with our solving. We're going to go ahead and simplify by factoring. We're going to factor first. We'll start with our first expression. 7x can't do anything with. 2x minus 10, I can most certainly pull out a 2. And then this next one here, this one on the top, a nice quadratic. Nothing next to my a value. I like that. Easy way to factor. We're going to split up our x's. I'm going to ask myself again, what numbers are going to multiply to be 30 and add to be negative 11? So I'm going to want a negative number in the middle, positive 30 at the end, so we're going to have two negative numbers, it looks like. And it's definitely going to be 6 and 5. You guys can kind of use it as a clue. If there's a factor on the bottom that's x minus 5, you might have one of those in the top factors, because the book and the algebra people out there want us to cancel. Okay, so then we're going to pull out what's in common here. Oh, look at that, an x. Okay, we're going to do our multiplication by multiplying straight across. And then straight across the bottom. And remember, you really can't combine these that much. Okay, I combined 2 times x because those are both on the outside of the parentheses. The parentheses, you're just going to stick right next to each other. Now we can do my favorite part. We can cross stuff off. We're going to cross off the x minus 6, cross off x minus 5. So my final answer is 7x over 2x. Oh, look at that. I have an x on top, x on bottom. That also is going to cancel out. So my final answer really is 7 over 2. Now I want you guys to try this one. We want to divide a rational expression by a polynomial. Remember, dividing by a polynomial. Well, right away, I know I have to stick it over 1. And we know we don't want to divide with a fraction. We're going to take our second fraction or rational expression and flip it. So we'll go 6x squared plus x minus 15 over 4x squared times 1 divided by 3x squared plus 5x. You guys take a second and see how you will remember your factoring. Look, I kind of gave you an icky one, but that's okay, you'll survive. It has an a value, so we definitely need to use that b a times c chart. Okay, so take a second, give it a try, and I'll show the answer in just a second. Okay guys, so here is the answer for the last one. We factored it with our BAC chart. Okay, I took my b value of my polynomial I'm trying to factor, which was 1, and then I multiplied a times c to give you 6 times negative 15, you get negative 90. Then I think, what factors of my negative 90 will add to give me my b value of 1? And that only works if it's 10 and negative 9. So then we use those factors to replace that x. We write it out this way. We stretch it out so we can make a grouping problem. Instead of x, I wrote our factors, 10x and negative 9x. We then group them, pull out what's in common, combine the front parentheses, combine the repeated parentheses, and boom, you got your factors. Okay, so then we put them back in the problem, and I already multiplied straight across for this answer. Okay, then for the bottom, we didn't have to factor this, didn't have to factor the 1. I just pulled out what's in common there, which was x. So we end up with, after you do your canceling, 2x minus 3 over 4x to the third. Now, lots and lots of stuff here. We're going to do lots of practice in class. Give some problems in your book a try to better prepare you for class.